Hi guys, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Janae.
And we are
Girls Go Books Deep.
And we're back with another live discussion and reaction to Interview with the Vampire episode number 3. We just finished number 2 and we're about to dive into number 3. We got our drinkies, we got our snackies. We're ready to go.
Snacks are gone.
My color's all blown out because of the window. It's what I was. All right.
It's like it's smiling at you.
Mm-hmm. Is my very nature that of the devil? Seems to be a regular thing that they worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Not just Louis.
There's a column in here about the history of this lovely square. It says that the man who designed it did so after the Place de Rouge. I can't see that. Used to be called the Place d'Armes. I prefer that, don't you? Mm-hmm. The Louisiana Purchase was signed here.
Hmm?
Pennywise, funk, foolish.
Say anything about how they used to take runaway slaves, cut their heads off, and pike them on the iron gates as a warning?
I'm only halfway through, let's see.
Do you ever think that we, that's to say our kind, were put on Earth for a larger purpose?
I put you on this earth. Your purpose is to enjoy yourself.
That can't be all there is. I know you don't believe that.
Well, tell me what I believe, Louis. Excavate the heart of thoughts buried beneath my damned soul.
We can eat animals and be okay. Rats, cats, cattle.
Is okay what you desire, Louis? Shall we walk the night as the gods of easily attainable dreams?
I desire blood as much as you do. But I wonder, should we be more selective?
What? Only eat redheads, the humorous? Define your terms.
The worst of them.
And how would we go about determining that?
Use our powers. Read their minds.
Hunting is pure instinct. Reason is a set of leg irons.
The ones you admire. The poets, composers, the thoughtful man who designed this rock fluff so much. Shouldn't we spare them the randomness of our killing?
Every one of them is capable of abomination, even the ones worthy of admiration. Shakespeare, Brahms, this naturalist that fogs your mind.
Got it off your bookshelf.
Trust them in the circumstance. Whisper to them their Lord God and Savior is not listening, and you will see all kinds of depravity.
They came from apes. We came from them. We should be better than they are.
You refer to them as they to get on my better side.
Try something. Want to share?
Say we come upon a murderer planting a flower bed thinking only of flowers. How long do we wait before his bloody deeds reveal themselves?
As long as it takes.
You haven't thought this through, Louis.
You said you would try. Gotta hold it in. Only another mile.
So inebriated, he's worried he'll urinate all over himself.
He's just a drunk.
$18 in a dresser. She ain't never gonna miss it.
Stealing from his mother for a new suit.
Petty larceny.
Starts with a suit, shouldn't he be knocking over banks?
Got a point.
Serious or not?
This is an interesting argument.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, it's the angel of salvation passing over us.
Oh, you stupid people. Everybody's so stupid.
Yeah. He steals from unfortunates, breaks into tenements, and robs them of their meager possessions.
And does that meet your satisfaction?
Why did he go that way to go this way?
But don't mind the shaking, I've snapped his spine, it's merely his nerves spasming. Well, go on, here's your criminal biscuit, see how it tastes.
It's a criminal biscuit.
If your reason or his heart fails us.
She still can't do it. Exactly.
No, he doesn't want to do it. He wants Lestat to do it. Because he can't handle Lestat killing people randomly. So this is his way of bargaining, of trying to get him to do something somewhat.
Well, he's saying, we should have more discretion as to the people that we kill. It shouldn't be random. It should be at least bad people.
Right.
So Lestat hands him a bad person, and he still eats a cat. He just can't bring himself to kill people. So it really is an argument between basically, like, if you really want to boil it down, like Zennials and Boomers, where Boomers are like, this is how shit is. This is how you do it. This is how it has to be done. Why are you worried about all this bullshit that doesn't have any fucking meaning behind it or matter or whatever, right? Like I put you here, God put us here to do this, to work and die or whatever. Like he put him here to enjoy yourself. Like, just fucking enjoy yourself. And we're the ones who are always like, there has to be fucking more than just like working, paying taxes, and then you fucking die. Like, there has to be a meaning behind their shit. Why am I even fucking here? Not to say like boomers have never contemplated their fucking existence, but still, like there has to be more than just this menial bullshit. And it's like, you're acting like you're so much better than all these people, but how are you better if you're just killing at random, Because Lestat has more of a God complex because
I would say I also
God
feel like
kills randomly.
but I also feel like the way he's going about it and asking the questions, he's already probably had. It seems like he's already had that conversation himself.
Well, I mean, technically, yes, he has. He has.
Yeah. So it's like you're going through the same thing I'm going through, only for you to come to the same conclusion I'm going to come to. So I'll entertain it.
But we've had this conversation. Like, how do you know I'm going to come to the same conclusion that you?
Exactly. That's why we got this episode. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm getting right now.
Exactly. And there was something else that it made me think of. But yeah.
Of finding some morality to buoy your existence.
Oh, like the whole
Maybe I'm just pondering what I am.
It just makes me go back to what's it called? The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
The argument they're having all the time. Do you do what is right for like
the whole,
or do you kill people because it's better to kill people to keep your people safe? Right. Or do you not kill anybody because, in all honesty, it's a slippery slope, and once you start going down that slope, you're no better than, Negan or whatever. Yeah. So it's the same issue. It's the same conversation, but basically it's the same conversation we've all been having since humans were able to fucking come up with this bullshit.
For the infinitesimal time. You're a vampire.
Could you not use the word in my place of business?
It gets a bad word.
Cover. An illusion to throw up the scent of the dogs.
This illusion is fronting a dozen businesses up and down Claiborne.
Yes. For every 20 people he kills, he makes one small businessman's dreams come true. Louis de Pontelac, the Dark Prince of Iberville.
Antoinette Brown and I will be here. Oh my God.
I don't want to kill people anymore. There it is.
A fish that doesn't swim. A bird refusing flight. You're going to struggle. I favor the feline population of New Orleans. Your pianist has lost his passion. What? Mr. Martin, you have played the same melody the very same way for 2 weeks now. Your talent is immense, but your mind is elsewhere.
Think you could do better, Jack?
Well, I'm not being paid a small fortune on top of that tip jar to perform. My skills are irrelevant.
People didn't come here to hear you jabber, Mr. Linecourt.
They didn't come here to hear you play either. Otherwise, you'd be in a concert hall and there'd be fewer prostitutes.
This ain't your kind of music.
You can pretend you're a vegetarian. I can pretend the fool.
Be my guest.
For our boys being shipped up to Europe, Know your enemy.
Everyone's
Get your dick wet, gents.
Listen, Martin. What you hear is genius.
All I hear is a man that's never gotten his dick wet.
Oh,
Actually, the man had 20 children in his lifetime, and you're sort of stuck on that wet dick singer for tonight. It's like your left hand on the piano. Little walking patterns, isn't it?
He admitted later there was nothing wrong with Jelly Roll's playing. Only something he overheard in an alleyway. A steady gig from the band in Chicago. Jelly was gonna leave me high and dry in a few days and start to umbrage. If I'm not mistaken, he improv the melody for what would later become the Wolverine Blues.
Wait, whoa. Hold on there. You're saying Lestat wrote the Wolverine Blues?
I can't be definitive. So much of that year was a blur, and you can imagine what time's inevitable hammer does to the minute details.
This.
Yes, that's it.
Huh? Yeah, you know, I gotta say, it's not so much the minute details, Louis, rather the total rewrite that's giving me pause here. I mean, 1973.
It was a sound year out of which nothing fine could be made. I was his complete superior, and I had been sadly cheated in having him for a teacher.
2022.
It was a cold winter that year, and Lestat was my cold fire, and I found myself for the very first time, anyone other than Paul, confiding my struggles to another man.
San Francisco.
He appeared frail and stupid to me, a man made of dried twigs with a thin, carping voice.
Dubai.
I had never allowed myself to feel emotionally close to anyone, much less a man.
Honey, that's called a salty ex-lover who want to say that man ain't worth shit. Okay, now he's past it. Okay.
yep.
Perhaps I was mistaken about the Wolverine Blues.
Fuck the Wolverine Blues. Ken Burns can choke in the footnote. It's the abused-abuser psychological relationship I'm talking about.
I do
Called
not
it.
consider myself abused.
I mean, usually when you're a little too close to it, the abused still loves the abuser. But you flipped it completely on its head.
I'm not a victim.
50 years later, you talk like he was your soulmate. Like you were locked in some fucked up gothic romance. Why?
I am in my Buick, staring in the rearview mirror at my daughter in the car seat, an hour after I gave Derek, a guy I don't know, the last $30 I had. My editor reminds me it's 7 years before car seats are mandatory. My ex-wife reminds me I never owned a Buick. This is the Odyssey of recollection. The tapes are an admitted performance. This is the premise of our interview. Half a century later, allow me my Odyssey. Now who's performing?
You know you want those tapes.
Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of them. They are the evolution of his feelings.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
You were the prince of your district. Lestat chased an American icon out of town because he loved you. 1917 doesn't sound like it was such a bad year.
Rigged to burn. Daniel.
Sounding rich for your voice, Claudia.
Talk like you play, Mr. Lee.
Lestat filled in for Jelly the next night. He and Miss Brown dazzled the waiting Johns and invited their admirers back to the Rue Royale.
So the last one to leave never left.
No, He would do his killing away from me now. Out of respect, he said, for the choice I had made. Brought him back. The frolicking repeated itself every night for 2 weeks. They would add another song to their set and work on another at night while I tried to adapt to my new diet. I barely had the energy to hold up a book. My libido was not what it had been. I understood the indulgence. I let it happen.
Mr. Louis, you have to convince Lestat to keep playing.
Got a better chance making the Mississippi run north.
We had a good run, but I did it for Louis. I do everything for Louis.
Yeah, I heard that about you too.
Oh? What have you heard?
I'm not a gossip.
But I am.
Well, people at the Azalea, they say, you're confusing me.
You're confusing me. He's
What do the
purposely
employees
trying to
of the
make
Azalea
you
say about real stuff?
I'll answer with a question. Are there 2 beds upstairs or 1?
You want to find out?
No one goes upstairs, Miss Brown.
Well, there's my answer.
Sim, what do you imagine confines us to a single note? One at a chord, one at a cluster.
Oh, see, I'm the same. I like all sorts.
Yeah.
I like soft hands. I like burnished complexions. I like men called daddy.
Girl.
Your blouse is so passionate.
Stop. I can't.
Bad daddy.
I'm hungry. Think I'm gonna get something to eat.
Is the animal market still open?
Enjoy yourselves. What's the purpose of living?
The shots taken back and forth.
She burn quick.
Sip yourself. A dentist from Tallahassee. There's a dentistry convention in town. Sinister talk of molars and bicuspids around every corner.
So you didn't kill her?
No. She has talents.
Are not enough? Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
No. You have some squirrel on you.
No, don't.
We'll be together 10,000 nights. 100,000. What we're doing is hard. Anything that wards off the dullness of the everlasting road we walk. The pleasures of the flesh. The pleasures of the kill. For me. Pleasures of the good book by the fire for you.
I can smell her on you.
From time to time, I like a little variety. There. I said it. We're communicating so much better now.
Oh my God.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
I want to fuck
As
other
long as you're
people
communicating.
once in a while. There,
Of
I
course.
said it. Don't you love that we're communicating?
While the domestic troops simmered on diet and times of
Girl.
infidelity, the Western Front started receiving American troops.
I can't swear.
New Orleans was the last stop before France for many years. City
It's so funny watching this, especially the last episode. I'm like, this could be brought up to current times and still be
I could Google it, or you could.
relevant. Because the conversations they're having right now, are you kidding me?
Yes.
It required that all prostitutes of colored or black race move their business across Canal Street. This was the heart of my business. What the Azalea was known for, the very men who signed the ordinance into law were some of my best clients. It was an absurdity, an affront to a Creole man who had outpaced his fair-skinned competitors.
How'd you manage it?
I gave 5% of the business to my girls, made them all owners. How'd that help you? The lawyer said if they were owners, we could file a writ saying 4118 was, how do you put it, Briggs?
Deprived us the use of our property without due process of law, denying us equal protection under the Constitution of these United States.
Sounds like some kind of Russian Bolshevik scheme.
You diddled the man's money and he bought himself an end around. It's pure capitalism, Mr. Fenwick.
Tom,
Unorthodox business mind under that hat, Louis. No security guard on the door, such a woman counter's coin. No offense, Miss Williams.
Been called a cunny, a cow, and a bitch that ate 1,000 dicks. You want to apologize for calling me a woman?
Bricks don't take wooden nickels. I'm the only security this place needs.
Christ on a cracker.
We're writing another ordinance. You know that, don't you?
Council's not your problem, Louis. Woodrow Wilson. This war he's backed us all into.
You think you're printing money here? It's 8 pennies compared to what the builders brought the city. Just ask Mr. Anderson here.
Not as colorful as club ownership, but be amazed at the high-powered maids supplying the military camps with cigarettes, chocolates, and prophylactics.
Well, I'm doing my part to see them Jimmy hats get used.
Secretary of the Navy doesn't see it that way. He's got 400 men over at charity getting treatment for the clap.
I got pristine pussies walking my floor. Now I'm offended.
Washington's making us choose, Louis. Either win the war or fuck the whore. Council's just stalling for time, chasing race.
Don't feel like a stall. Feel a little beside the point. Feel like a boot on my neck.
He's one man on the council of 17, Louis.
Maybe he's still sideways because I turned down his 15%.
I'll admit, I prefer the days you let us win on occasion, days of deference.
What is it?
There's a gentleman asking for you, Mr. Dulac. A man in uniform.
What I say, Mr. Anderson? The war's coming knocking. Cash me out.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Oh, Lord. Jonah?
We the point you like.
Jonah Bacon.
Oh, he mad.
Hey, Grace, you want to remember me?
Of course I remember.
It's funny because he's like, yeah, you sleep with whoever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, I didn't know it was gonna be that quick though.
You seen Grace? Saw her this morning getting the yacht ready for a birthday party.
Oh, yeah, right. Twins. She got twin girls.
Better keep her head straight. All those kids running around tugging at the dress. So you a big shot businessman now. What about Paul?
Yeah. Oh. Where you been, Jonah?
Philadelphia for a spell, hotel work, and a gunpowder mill in Delaware. Fellow working next to me blew off 3 fingers. I saw enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, this might be a way to rise through the ranks and all that. Look like you already rose up. About fair mouth.
Done all right.
Done all right. You own all this. Sign me up for done all right.
You ever think about those old days? When we were a kid? How long you here for?
Couple nights. The boat over the ocean. And a couple thousand other fellas wearing this same costume.
You think this is nice? Wait till you see my pretty automobile.
You can wait back.
Nothing much change here, I see. Crickets and Katie did.
Hmm.
Don't ruin those sharp shoes in this mud.
Got another pair back at home.
I'll bet you do. Easy living Louis.
There's nothing easy about my life, I'll tell you that.
You've been blessed. It ain't your day since I see you last.
That's the moonlight.
I know what scene this is. Okay, this is a scene from the
Worried
book.
about going
Okay.
over there?
Yes and no.
Me and my squad's all colors. We mostly gonna be in the rear. Supply lines and shit.
Better than getting shot at for a country makes you use society interest.
Most of why I signed up is I kept hearing something about something they call European sensibilities. You care less what you look like, who you looking at.
Yeah, I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
What's he like?
He's a lot. It's not perfect. But we kind of have this agreement.
One of those you can drive out to the bayou kind of agreements?
Good fit. It's uniform.
Go ahead, get you some, Lily. I feel like Lestat's gonna walk out somewhere.
Oh, you're counting, waiting. See, as he's getting sexually aroused, he needs to feed.
Hello?
Hello.
How's your night?
Fine. Yours?
Fine.
He found me, you know. Went to my old house on Esplanade. Grace told him where to find me.
An old love.
We had a few early fumbles. He was 16. I was older. We both knew even then we were a little different. How's Antoinette?
Tedious. I don't see that happening again. These affairs always flame out. Shall we have a night out tomorrow?
Sure.
See Grace and the kids. Keep up appearances. How about after?
Like a scene with you.
Many streets in New Orleans weren't paved at the time. The mud on his boots could have come from anywhere.
Was it raining that night?
Yeah, I got someone.
I figured as much. No ring on your finger?
Not a woman.
Did it rain?
Yeah, I got someone.
That's interesting that they're doing that because memory can be like that sometimes.
I don't remember now. It could have been dry in the bayou and wet in the corner. It's Louisiana.
The Odyssey of
Or
Recollection.
Or he's picking up on stuff that he's not picking up on.
You're lingering, Rashid.
Rashid, okay.
Apologies.
So that's not.
What did he say when he met you again when you were young and he wasn't?
What they all eventually say in one articulation or another.
Here comes the girl! Hurry, he's gonna get us!
Party was this afternoon.
Seeing my invitation got lost in the mail.
You want to come around? You come around when people are awake.
It's barely dinner time. I don't want to make a fuss.
6 months and you just show up. You're not welcome in this home.
I own this home. I'm the executor in charge, so welcome don't matter.
The devil looks at night.
What? What did you say?
What's going on out here?
I got you girls some paper dolls.
Go back inside, son.
Son, I'm your son.
Let me handle this one, all July.
No,
Coming off a little hot now.
I ain't coming to see you. I didn't come here to see you.
No.
Came here
They're
to see
afraid of
crazy.
you.
Get the
That's why
girls
you didn't
some
get any
paper dolls.
Okay, and now.
Go to your room.
You ain't coming home anymore.
Oh boy.
What did I tell y'all? There he is. There he is.
Grace. Grace.
Get out!
Thank you, that we could have an orgy. You can fuck them. I can eat them.
What about the coffin room?
Without required curiosity and intelligence of this murderous slugs want is more wine and a German on their bayonets. Kill the Hans! I brought them back after they cut the electricity at the Azalea.
What?
Miss Victor wanted you to have this. I think she's up to us.
Temporary closure.
Get him out of here.
Well, now that I know you have a type, I thought you'd be pleased.
Just stop.
Way to show the magnitude of his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, joy, oh,
There's
boy.
blood coming out of his ears. That took a lot.
yeah.
What can I say?
You actually see because he's starting to get pale and
His
everything.
face is super
I'm
pale.
not perfect.
I knew you were there.
Yes,
You jealous?
yes. I don't like sharing.
What about Antoinette?
It's different. I don't have feelings for her.
He did me some face and I drove him home. I heard you outstanding! You watched the whole thing like some creeper. And then I watched you pull over and drain a dog and run down an alleyway for 2 more rats. This is not a life. That's because you took my life. I got nothing. I lost everything. I lost my brother. I lost my family. About to lose the last fucking thing I care about. How am I supposed to get bodies in the door without hookers, hoocher cards?
You were given a courtesy and you ignored it.
No shame. The man who used to work. Dirty house across the street. City ain't shut off his lights.
O'Shea serves sandwiches at his bar that makes him a supper club.
In time, Mr. O'Shea moved his business Riverside Basin Street, along with everyone else.
Oh, so you just starting with the color businesses then?
It does appear business is run by white gentlemen at private.
I tried to persuade the city council.
Did
It
you?
was short-sighted at best.
This tedious Negro, still clinging to his Creole heritage like a life raft.
We're all hurt.
These damn teetotaling types too, as if we're supposed to turn New Orleans into Topeka. God help us, Salt Lake City.
Might I suggest, Mr. Duloc, if you move your operation to the quarter, just keep your girls out the windows.
Who you suggest gonna sell me a property in the quarter?
Make Mr. Leon Cohill the public face of your operation.
Fuck
It's
you.
always hubby.
There's, shall we say, a clannish majority amongst the property
Clannish.
owners. Maybe old Tom here had it right. Maybe in the end, Louis, the dumb pimp who got robbed blind years ago. It's been the break, I'm afraid.
Did you sell me the azalea because you knew this day was coming, Tom?
You put a sir on the end of that. And he sold you the fair play for a price you set.
You ain't answer my question, Tom.
We're all in this together, Mr. Dulab. I'll be happy to buy the property back from you. Say 15 cents on the dollar.
Fuck you.
When your mother sees the devil in your eyes, it's a hard assessment to abandon. Am I from the devil? Is my very nature that of the devil?
Y'all caught Louie on a bad day.
I'd hedged against the question, but now it completely overwhelmed me.
Yeah.
We don't need the money.
It's not about that. You think I'm gonna let that snake fight me and my people?
You have your investments on the Claiborne Avenue.
Hats, little grocery stores, nickels, dimes, quarters.
So it is about the money.
What is it?
He don't
Everything
get it.
is about money.
I'm gonna speak for the girls and say as minority owners, that's a stupid fucking business plan.
This state I was in, I was manic. You put up a sign like that, they're inviting chaos. And the hubris on display caused me to neglect my thirst.
This cease and desist order is granted by the New Orleans Council of Aldermen for the following infraction.
And in neglect, my thirst grew hotter. Temples throbbed, and finally, I could not stand it any longer.
What broken windows?
I was through struggling.
Will not be tolerated. We have families and service members nearby, and as for their concern,
Rats, cats, dogs would no longer suffice.
Baton Rouge supports the actions of the city council as well.
Take a black man in America, make him a vampire, fuck with that vampire, and see what comes of it.
Y'all don't mess with the wrong one.
I love how they take the time to show the one who's out there preaching that this shit needs to go by as one of the main ones who's, you know, drinking his liquor and playing the cards and sleeping with the girls and his best friends with this motherfucker on a weekend.
Making me drop my attitude.
Making me drop.
You're here to threaten me, I suppose.
No, you about to die.
You think I have a vendetta against you, against your race? Well, think that if you must. Storyville is the sinking ship. Naturally, you are the first to drown. But that's your problem, Louis. Always has been. You're arrogant. You haven't accepted your place in this world. And your pale lover for this seemingly endless supply of capital. And the weird goings on in your sodomite townhouse won't change the fact that you're a tiny man flying too close to the sun. That's what I am. The sun. Walk away.
Why's your heart beating so fast?
Everything that's been done is legal under the City of New Orleans charter. And again, I'm merely one alderman on that council.
You gonna fuck that council up?
There's a harder way of doing this.
You're thinking about your wife, your two daughters, and how fortunate it is that they're away and you went home. It is fortunate. I'll let you reload.
Let's go.
He
cut his ear off.
You said I'm arrogant? Maybe I am arrogant. What are you?
I'm a vampire.
Talk about a new type of coming out.
Oh, he said, y'all. This was the wrong one.
Oh, so now it's his club being burnt down
Yeah,
instead of the house. That's interesting.
They had to make it come around because normally in the book it was like the slaves.
I must confess, I'm very proud of you, Marie. It goes against much
And
of
in the
my
movie,
teaching, but
too.
you managed to execute.
Well, not technically in the movie,
I didn't
but
do
yeah.
it for me. I did it for my city, my people. Destroy our businesses and buy the land for cheap. You know what they're doing.
Well, in the book and the movie, both the slaves are coming to do it, but he walks out. And just is like, but yeah, I'll do it with you. I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Did you not smile when he begged? Did you not feel pleasure as you carved him?
Maybe you saw it coming and didn't stop me. Maybe you went quiet on purpose.
You did what you did because it gave you pleasure. Companion of the dark gift, finally. We should make this our anniversary.
Oh, God.
Love bombing.
That out there, that's on me.
Well, yes, but you really provided them the excuse. As I said, toss them into circumstance, they go for the throne.
That's why you and me ain't ever gonna work. That's why you're always gonna be alone. I ran from the quarter that night. Ran to where the violence spread most wild. I stumbled through the streets like an irrational child who had tested his strength with a small bird and now asked, can I make it whole again? Can I help you? Please let me help you. Help! Their faces raced past me like snow in a terrible wind. Unaware that it was I who had brought this retribution.
Was there a major fire in New Orleans in the early 20s? Is this the early 20s or the mid 20s?
And then
I'll have to see.
One of the
yeah, I was like, yeah.
Were who you were before.
It's a major fire instead of walking through a plague.
A rooming house, now a fire trap. I could not save the Azalea. I could not save Storyville. I could not save the aunt on the wrong side of the wall, but I could save her.
Her mother was dead of the plague already. Wow.
My life.
Damn.
My Claudia. My redemption.
Huh.
Wow. All right. So episode 3, we already got Claudia.
There was a French opera house fire in 1919. But they're in the 20s already by this point, right? Like the story starts already in like 1919 or something like that.
The black angel took me to that fine house. The white angel, he bit me. And I realized what I thought were angels.
Oh my God, look how
were really hell demons.
The way she looks.
Family? So is this what you always do for the first day? Do you think you want the right people to adopt?
For a killing machine, I kind of like her.
Now, the whole thing about her being, the whole reason that it was illegal to create a vampire so young in the books was that she'd never be able to go out on her own. She'd never be able to eventually pretend to be an adult and go out and then make her own vampires and kill and take care of herself and own a house and pay bills. She's like 6 years old or some shit in the book. True,
there's no restraint. There's no.
Yeah, and she's like a fierce killing machine too. So like, how does this person exist in the world and get by without having someone else to take care of her, essentially? And that's why it's like it's an abomination. It's forbidden to do that in their lore or whatever. So that's like the whole catalyst behind like the second half of the book.
Yeah.
After they find the people in Europe and shit. So like that's all like I'm interested to see like
how
I'm really
show that.
How they're going to shift it in a way.
Well, I mean, you
that
already
it makes
see
sense.
her
Like,
in some type of restaurant sitting across from a guy talking to this guy.
Right, and they dressed her up and made her look older.
Yeah.
Because she's like a 13-year-old. But then if you put makeup on someone and you put them in clothing, they just look a short adult. So I just really can't wait to see how they shift the storyline to fit with this. Because so far I've really liked how they've shifted things. Like the guy that he goes into the woods with, which in the book, Lestat does like attack the guy and kill him right after they separate and shit like that. Like there's this is interesting. I just like it.
Yes.
So that's why it's kind of cool. You can talk about the book without giving any fucking spoilers because they're changing
I feel
all
like
of
this
it.
one, yeah. So this has been our struggle with House of the Dragon because we know so much. It's very hard.
You can't talk about
can't talk about anything. But this show allows you to talk about so much without giving anything away because you don't know where it's going or what they're going to use, how they're going to twist it.
Because they're creating a story that's being inspired by something, you know. So they take this old form of something and they're let's bring it a little bit more into not the current day but the modern era. Let's jazz it up a little bit to make it not jazz it, but you know what I mean. Let's make it make sense.
Yeah.
Within our story. That's the only thing I can say is that I'm very interested to see how they do it.
I'm ready for the next episode, and unfortunately, we only got 3.
That's okay. There's only 3 more episodes?
No, I'm saying we're only.
Oh, we only have 3.
I was number 4.
Like, wait a minute. There's like 6 more episodes. So like,
oh my god. But yeah.
Because like Outlander, they stick so close to the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can talk about stuff previous, but I have no. But then I'm still like I haven't caught up to the books where the show is going to. I'm on book 4, and the show is premiering season 7, and they do 1 book per season.
Oh, okay.
They do a really good job with that too. So, like I'm behind, but
it's all right. We'll see what happens.
I'm very excited. I'm digging it. I'm digging it like a booger. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
Man. All right, guys. That was episode 3. I'm sure we'll have more information for you guys on the next go round.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 4 comes out Sundays. So we'll see you guys next week for that episode.
Pew, 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 pew. Bye.
Is my very nature that of the devil? This is